With all the bearded lady portraits that we did, we gave the subjects no direction. It was up to them what they wanted to wear or hold. Each person was themselves, but then they put the beard on. We then wanted people to think about how that changes how they view that person. How does it change our views of who is competent to do science? It was playing with the brain over what stereotypes shape what a scientist does and what they look like. In the course of the project, I learned a lot from Lexi about film and representation, including how only 1 in 4 on-screen experts at the time was a woman. I had never seen a female paleontologist in all the documentaries I had watched. And then Lexi really opened my eyes to the world of fiction as well. So I started to think about TV shows and films. Are there any women in STEM careers? If there are, then who are they?
Ellen Carano, Ph.D., paleobotanist.
Accelerating generational change with action. As a city girl growing up in Chicago, the paleobotanist Ellen Carano found her inspiration to become a field paleontologist through nature documentaries and adventure films. Books were also a powerful medium for transporting her into her dream future. Seeing those possibilities is especially important for young people who may not have as many educational opportunities as she had, Carano said in an interview for this book. I was fortunate and privileged to have parents who knew about paleontology as a career, and then to have the financial support to pursue this, in many ways, frivolous career, she said. Though I cannot speak for them, I think for girls whose parents might not have the same education level and not have the same economic stability, seeing more female role models in science represented, fictionally or in the real world, would be even more important. Now, as a professor of paleontology, Carano finds herself in a position of power, where she can choose who is in the room or the field. While she has long advocated for women in science, her view has broadened to include other voices as well, including people of color and members of the LGBTQ+ community. Like many of the current generation of female faculty in STEM fields, including others featured in this book, Carano views it as her responsibility to effect change for future generations, whether through her work in mentorship or her work on the Bearded Lady Project, film and book. As described in a 2022 article in Scientific American by Anna Finkbeiner that shines a light on astronomers, the new generation of women scientists are both scientifically and culturally ambitious. Building on the tremendous progress brought upon both within science and broader society over the last decade, modern women scientists are working on multiple fronts to fix the systems that were not initially designed for them, but that are now more open to them than they were historically, using their voices and banding together to effect change. One way this next generation is making change visible is through films and storytelling. The mere act of seeing something or someone in new ways and hearing people's stories goes a long way toward change. The more aware people individually and collectively become of bias, the better able they are to combat it. Social scientists continue to use those principles to craft effective interventions that match societal realities, while institutions continue to grapple with and work to reimagine systems that no longer work for the modern worker of any gender, and scientists across disciplines continue to create new avenues for innovation and change.